Hello, everybody, and welcome to day one of the week-long projects for the new Stampin' Up! Mini catalog for September through December, into December. I'm going to focus on a different suite or bundle throughout the month for the 4 weeks of the month, showcasing what the different bundles can do. This week I chose the Reindeer Fun Suite. Let me show you that in the catalog. Now we can show the inside of the catalog since the catalog is actually live now. You can order from it. So I will show you the suite that I'm using today. There we go. I am using the Reindeer Days Suite collection. The collection comes with everything, and just to let you know, when I started this, didn't really expect anything to sell out, but these little cuties, they sold out within the first 3 days. It is the Real Red and White adhesive back peppermints. They have already sold out. So the suite is not currently available. You can still buy the bundle of the stamps and the dies. That you can buy as a bundle, but the whole suite is not available as a suite because these are gone. They did say that they hope to have them back in stock by the 9th, so that's Monday. So I will check to make sure, but they are the cutest little embellishments, look, little peppermints. So there is that, just to let you know. But everything else in this suite is currently available that as of the making of this video. Just to let you know. So I did want to get that out. So with this suite, you get the stamps, you get the dies. When they become available, you get the peppermint backed adhesive dots. You get the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder, the red and white baker's twine. Okay, and I just looked, and these are actually going to be back the week of September 16th, so it'll be the next Monday. And yeah, like I said, those they just went so quick. Everybody just fell in love with those. So I'm not surprised. But okay, and then you'll get the baker's twine, and then you'll get these cute little book treat boxes. That is, and then the DSP. So that is in the suite. Currently, you can buy the bundle of the stamps and the dies, and then you can buy everything else separate, or you can wait until the suite comes back in stock with the little peppermint stickers. Okay, now what I am going to do is I'm going to make this cute little card. It's hard to tell. I did use the embossing powder on the sentiment, and then I cut out the cute little image. This is cut out from the DSP, and then this is the inside. So I used the DSP as a border on both the outside and the inside. So let's get started with that. First thing, I did basically cut everything. I will show you how I cut out the little creature, but I cut out the regular card. It is going to be the 8.5 by the 5.5. So that's a regular card, and then scored at the 4.25. So regular card size. For the borders, and as you can see, we're really not going to be using the whole piece. So I did actually take a die. I took my Nested Essentials dies, rectangle dies, and I cut out a portion of that piece since it's going to be hidden behind stuff. This way I have that whole piece to use for something else. So we've got that. Now for this cute little part right here, I actually took this piece because I used the die cuts from the Reindeer Fun Stamp set. As I drop it, popped them right off of there. Oh, I think the other pieces, the other die cut sheet is over here. Grab that real quick. So yeah, so this is the piece that I used to cut out this part right here. Makes a cute little window. And that all these dies come with this bundle if you get the bundle. So that's a cute thing. So there's that. So after I cut that window out, then I took that piece and I kind of wanted to look for what I want my background behind that to look like. So kind of like that one. That one's kind of cute. These might not be wide enough. They're not. So, and like you can see that I've used this whole sheet pretty good. So I kind of like this one. So I'm going to go ahead and mark around this one so that I know where I want to cut it out. Glad I'm doing it in pencil so I can erase that piece up there that I just did. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and cut that piece out with my snips. Just, you know, you think you have everything on your desk and ready to go, and then you don't. So I can cut it a little bit in so I don't have to go exactly on that line. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut up the inside of that. And then cut up a little bit on the inside of that. There, now I can put that piece to the side. And I can cut on that piece. Alrighty. So there we go with that. So we have that. So now I will go ahead and I will put together the front of the card so that you can see how it comes together. See, I'm kind of layering it all on top of each other. And so see, that's why I kind of cut down on the inside of that a little bit, since it doesn't need to go all the way to the edge. And I just want to kind of put it where it's going to be kind of a cute little picture back there. Now, since it is kind of a thinner edge, you can use adhesive or you can use glue, whichever you prefer. I kind of prefer the glue a little bit because it gives me a little bit of, I can move it around a bit. So sorry, didn't mean to bump the camera. I'm going to take my bone folder and really press that down so that card will stay closed. Okay. Make sure my glue is working okay. I'm kind of running out, so I hope I don't run out while I'm videoing. I mean, if I do, I do. I do have other glue that is not the Tombow, but hopefully it'll stay for the whole session. So this piece, you're just gonna center it on the front of that cardstock. Okay. And now this piece, kind of, I'm gonna go ahead and mark it a little bit where I'm gonna need to put that glue, at least to glue that on there. So we'll put a little bit there, put a little bit down, a couple little dots. And we will be gluing the rest of that, but just to get that little piece of DSP on here first. Let me see, I can probably put a little dot there as well, just to be sure that I've got a lot of places to keep that DSP down. Okay, and then you may want to be sure that your image is going on there right. Lord knows I would probably put it upside down, so when I bring it up, you'd see the picture upside down. Nope, there we go. So we have that. Okay, now you can take either way, you can do your Stampin' Seal or you can use your glue. Since I'm kind of running low on my glue, I'm going to go ahead and use my Stampin' Seal just to save my glue a little bit. But either will work. So okay, and then we're going to take that piece and center it on top of our DSP. Okay, and then, I see that I did forget to do it. I actually used the stamp set and I did a couple of the little snowflakes around that DSP. And we'll go ahead and do it after. And that's okay if we do it before or after. It'll work either way. So we'll grab that stamp really quick. It's just if I do it before, then I have more chances to make sure it's kind of an evened out little. But just kind of stamp this all over. I like to move it around, turn it upside down. Scaring my dog by bouncing that off the edge. So there we go. That gives a little more depth to that, a little more character to that DSP, so it's not just plain. So there we go. And I'm sorry if I keep hitting the camera. It's my headset, and I got my headset on so you can hear me better. Okay, so there's that, and then I'm going to take this little piece, and I will show you really quick how I cut that out. One of the things that I really enjoy about die cuts and the DSP is that they're making die cuts that will cut out images from the DSP. That has been, to me, a game changer. Because, yeah, I love stamping an image, coloring it, and die cutting it. That's fun. What also I like is that if I see an image from the paper and I'd love to have it, I'm not a fussy cutter. I've tried and I'll do it, but I enjoy that I can take the Stampin' Emboss and cut machine and cut an image out. So let's go ahead and do that with this one. And there's only a few. Like this image is one that we can cut out. And you just line it up so that you can see that it's all around that image. Then you put your piece on top, and some people will use tape. They will use, and as I'm doing it and talking, that's why it moved. They will use some kind of post-it note tape, or I can't think of what that other tape is called. Washi tape, something that's not real hard sticky, but it just has a slight tack to hold the die in place and to hold the paper in place. I usually will try to just squeeze it down really quick and then get it into the emboss machine and then get it going. And that will most of the time hold it just fine. So then we'll put it through them, Stampin' Cut and Emboss, bring it out, and there you have where it was cut out, and there you have the cute little cut out image. That is one of the biggest things. Like I said, that to me has been the biggest game changer for the dies and then the DSP. Okay, so let's put that piece that we cut out on the card. And we're just going to use for him, or for this little family, I'm going to use the dimensionals to pop it up. And for the most part, we can use the big ones. I like to use the edges of my dimensionals just so that I get them all used up. So I kind of cut a couple here and there. So, because it makes them a little thinner. And that's nice. And then I do have minis, so I can put down here on his legs, on the little one's legs, so that way those legs will stay down better. And on hers, I might still cut even the small dimensional in half. The little mini dimensional, cut it in half, just so that I can make sure that it fits on her legs. And there we go. So we'll get all of those little pieces off. Left my little garbage can over on my other desk. So I'll grab that really quick after I get all these off of here. And some people, if they have trouble getting the backing off of the dimensionals, they'll take their, and I see that I did get that one a little bit showing, so I'll go ahead and snip it off. They will take their pick tool and they will use that to get the backs off, because sometimes they don't want to come off as easy, so they use the pick tool to be able to grab the backing easier. Most of the time I can use my fingernails to get them off, so it's not a big deal. So, okay, there we go. We got all of the backings off. And then we're just going to take and just kind of set this on the side here. Pop it up there. So there we go for that. Now we're going to take and do the sentiment. So for the sentiment, I used the Season's Greetings die, and I cut out one of the tags, Greetings of the Season die, sorry, and I cut out one of the tags. And for that, I am going to stamp on it the Merry Christmas from this Reindeer Fun stamp set. So let's get that Merry Christmas on there. So we'll do that. We'll stamp it in Versamark. I kind of want to get everything out here because this is going to be kind of a quick process. So, not to scare my dog again, we'll put the ink on over here. Make sure that inked up well. Okay. So you want to use your Versamark, which is a sticky, and actually I didn't. I used May All Your Days Be Foliage here. I was thinking of another one that I used the Merry Christmas. Oy. It's like I need to slow down a little bit and really look at what I'm doing. So let's try this again. Let's grab the other stamp. May all your days be full of cheer. I knew that didn't look right as soon as I started to stamp it. So get it all inked up. And this ink is a sticky ink, so it will grab your embossing powder. And a lot of people like to use the little powder patches, packets, I guess is what they are. And it makes it so that it takes away the static cling. I don't have luck with them. I'm gonna keep practicing, but go ahead and just stamp that on there. So then pop it off. We'll go ahead and close the Versamark up. Then we'll take our little piece here, sprinkle, and we're using the Wow Opaque Bright White embossing powder. So then we just sprinkle that on there, cover up the whole image that we stamped, and then I kind of like to shake it, down it, just to, and see, I kind of tap a little bit, so then to me that takes it all off of there. So then we can put the rest of that back in the little container. And even though those containers look like there's not a lot in there, it really lasts you for quite a long time. So now we'll get the heat tool, and I can't show you how it'll change, but you can kind of see how it's not bright and shiny. As soon as we use the heat tool on it, it will get shiny. So I let that heat up a little bit. And I will get my heat tool moved over to the desk so that you can see, watch the magic, because I love to watch how it changes from kind of a dull image to a bright white shiny image. So there we go. And it's fun to watch it happen. Like I said, I will get my heat tool moved over so that you can see it. So there we did that, and like I said, you can't really see the shine on it, which is too bad, because it kind of shines now, and then it has a texture feel to it. All right, so we have that, and then the other thing we're going to add is the baker's twine. And I just did a little bit, just enough to make a cute little bow. Wrap a cute little bow on the corner here. So, don't want you rolling away. So I did go ahead and tie a regular knot, and then I tied a bow. So there we go. Get that cut in tight. Then use the snips to cut it off of there. So there's that. And with that, I'm going to use the dimensionals to stick it on there as well. So we'll just do a couple down the center here. And you can use as many or as little as you want. I like to use at least 3 to give it a good center. Peel the backing off. There we go. And then just kind of make sure that that doesn't stick to the back. But then just kind of put that on there like that. So there's the front of our card. Okay, now we're going to do the inside of the card. Okay, so again, since I'm going to be covering up that border, I went ahead and cut the center out. So for this piece, I'm going to be typing the sentiment, but also typing just a couple of other little cute things on there. But for the sentiment, I'm using Christmas is better together. So we'll get that out there. Grab my other Stampin' block. Okay. So I'm going to be using the Pool Party and the Garden Green. Let me make sure that I get that other one, get the Versamark cleaned off of it. Okay. And get it off of there. Okay. So for the Pool Party, I used that for the little snowflakes. Like I did the Versamark on the front, now I'm going to use the Pool Party around the corners of the card. So get that. Just such a pretty light color. So again, just kind of turn it. Around side to side. There you go for that. And then we'll stamp the sentiment. Which the sentiment we're going to do in the Garden Green. Make sure I don't have any ink on my fingers, and I don't. Okay. And we're going to do Christmas is better together in the Garden Green. Make sure my stamp's okay. This just kind of want to center kind of at the top in the center. There we go. Got that. So now we can go ahead and put this on our card. Now again, since I've just got a little bit of an edge, I'm going to go ahead and use my glue to go around the edge of it. And I will put that down. So just kind of center it there on the inside of your card. And what I do like about the glue is that you can maneuver it if you need to. So there we go. Got that. Now we can put this piece on, and again, I'll go ahead and use my Stampin' Seal to save my glue. Oh, it looks like I came to the end of my Stampin' Seal. Alrighty, I am back. So now we can finish off getting this attached to the inside. So just want to center it on that border. Okay, there we go. Now I wanted to go ahead and make it so that the envelope matched, and for that I'm going to use the cute little reindeer set so that we can add that to the envelope. So we'll go ahead and get that on there, and I'm going to use the pumpkin pie color for it. And I'm going to put it on this edge of the stamp, or of the envelope, sorry. I was even thinking that we could do that, but if the card is a little bit thick, it might make it look weird. But I could even do it on the back here. I might, I'm trying to decide. I kind of want to do it on the front, but also don't want the post office to be covering it all up. But we'll go ahead and put it on the front. Okay. That is such a cute little stamp. So we'll just put that right there on the front. Get that cleaned off of there. Close that up before I stick my fingers in it, because I'll do that. Okay, so there you go. There you have the first card. Has may all your days be full of cheer. Got the cute little window cut out with a nice little scene behind it. Inside. And there you go. And then you've got your envelope. So that is the first card.